What do we got here? Let's see, it's mail and... No, sir. I don't like it.
Well, it's that time again. It's time for another one of Zhang Fei's reviews. And the last time I reviewed a game that was actually pretty good, in my opinion anyways. You know, not a whole lot of people knew about it, and, whatever. It was a classic to me. And today, we're going to be playing another game that actually pisses me off. That's right, it's time for me to rage out. Originally, I was going to put this in my encyclopedia, but this game sucks so hard, I couldn't even justify putting it into my encyclopedia. And that game is Dynasty Warriors shit. I hate this game. It's just as much a disappointment as this crappy game. No one needs to play this one. If you're a Dynasty Warriors fan, you know what I'm talking about. It's just not acceptable. And I got the PS2 version, as well as the PS3 version. You may be wondering, well, what's the difference between the two? Why do you have both of them? Well, this one has some exclusive content. On the back, it lists everything that the game has to offer. Well, at least what's in the PS2 version. What makes it so different. Action-packed with the entire cast of playable characters and pulse-pounding scenarios of the original release. Well, that's a damn lie. Plus 5 new stages and 10 new scenarios. Okay. So far, not impressed. Exclusive content including never-before-seen Musou mode stories and new weapons for Zhang He, Cao Pi, Taishi Ci, Ling Tong, Mao Chao, and Yue Ying. What the hell? How come I couldn't have had this on the PS3 version? No, Koei had to put it on the PS2 version, which, by the way, this came out a couple months after the PS3 version. It was like, oh, we messed up. Let's put all the good stuff in the PS2 version, even though this version still sucks. I mean, the PS3 version wasn't much better, but this one's even more horrendous. Okay, what's next? Spectacular fighting techniques, motion captured from some of today's leading stunt performers create the look and feel of a modern kung fu action movie. They make it sound awesome on the back, but trust me, viewers, it's not. It's not at all. With the Renbu attack system and game controls, execute lightning-fast combos and the most dazzling fighting moves with ease. Well, that's a damn lie. The Renbu gauge sucks. The whole Renbu system sucks. Matter of fact, the whole game sucks. Well, enough just bitching about the game. Let's get into some Dynasty Warriors 6. Oh boy, here we are. Dynasty Warriors 6. And you can see here we have Musou mode, which is your standard story mode. Free mode, which allows you to play as every character through every scenario. Challenge mode, which puts you through a whole different slew of challenges. It's nothing really exciting. I've never really cared for them. Versus mode is still out of this game. It wasn't in 5, so it really doesn't hurt it any. Camp allows you to view characters and other stuff that you have obtained. Encyclopedia has, well, a whole encyclopedia of information of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's really cool if you want to look into that. Also, you may notice that there's no Creator Warrior in this game. Why did they leave that out? I mean, in 5, they left it out, but they brought it back in the expansion because everybody requested it. But for some reason, Koei decided to leave Creator Warrior out. They're like, oh, we'll put it in the expansion. Oh wait, that's right, this game sucked so bad there wasn't an Extreme Legends expansion. But there was an Empires expansion, which allowed you to do Creator Warrior. So here are some things that really piss me off about Dynasty Warriors 6. Characters, and the character design and development, it's just, overall, is really bad. For example, in the PS3 version, Zhang He does not use claws. That's right, he actually used a spear. Now, you may be thinking, that's not really a bad thing, is it? I mean, they didn't really use claws back then, really. They used a spear. Well, no. The problem with him using a spear is that almost every character in this freaking game uses a spear, and they all attack the same. That's right. They're clone characters of each other. It's just absolutely unacceptable. They went back to the way they did things in Dynasty Warriors 2, where you have a whole crap ton of characters, but they all play the same. The only thing that made them different was their triangle animation and their Musou animation. That's it. Otherwise, they played exactly the same. And that really pissed me off. But they did change that in PS2 version. As you can see, he actually has his claws. though other characters like Xiao Dun did not get their signature weapon. Yeah, instead he has this stupid pipe thing. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's a club. It's just dumb, and I hate it. He sucks. Jian Wei is another character that sucks. His weapon is horrible. It's a giant ball and a chain, and his attacks are so slow and sluggish, and the range doesn't actually go where you think it was. He's a terrible character, just like this freaking game. And if we are still following the logic of, oh, you know, characters were using weapons that they had back then what the hell? You think he's using claws? No, he actually uses piano wire. I'm pretty freaking sure they didn't use piano wire, although I actually like his weapon in this game. But still, it just further proves that this game sucks. Now, I don't remember what Taishi Tsut used in the PS3 version, but I know they weren't his classic table legs that he beats people with. Another thing that really pisses me off in Dynasty Warriors 6 is the weapons, or the weapon selection. In previous Dynasty Warriors games, you would get better weapons as the game progressed, and each weapon looked different. Well, in Dynasty Warriors 6, there's only 4 types of weapons. You have a standard, a strong weapon, a speed weapon, and a range weapon. Unfortunately, I only have a strong and a standard weapon, as my file got deleted somehow, so forgive me for not being able to show you these. But believe me, they're not all that impressive. Let me go over what each of these little things mean. You can see it says STD, and no, it's not a sexually transmitted disease, although I consider this whole game as bad as an STD. First, we have standard. It doesn't have any abilities or any unique attributes to speak of, though standard can get certain effects. Next, we have strength. Now, the strength basically is a stronger version of standard. It attacks slower, but it has a stronger attack base, and its charge attacks are a lot stronger. Unfortunately, the Renbu gauge fills up a lot slower. Speed attacks really quick, and it has a very fast Renbu gauge fill, but it has a really low power attack, and it's just overall crappy in my opinion. Range has a longer attack range and a faster attack than standard. Now, each of these weapons do look different, so I guess it's kind of like in the Dynasty Warriors, other previous Dynasty Warriors games, where you got different level weapons, they look different. But I liked it the way they did in the past, where like Dynasty Warriors 4, in my opinion, did it the best. As you used one weapon more, it leveled up, and then it turned into something new. But in this game, it's, you know, you always knew what a strong's gonna look like, or what a speed's gonna look like. There was no diversity. That just overall sucks. Next thing I want to go over is the skills. After every battle, it'll calculate how much experience you got. And then through those experience, you get levels. For every level you get 1 skill point. And then you can put those skill points into these nodes here. Putting them into the nodes unlocks other adjacent nodes. And this is what I really liked in Dynasty Warriors 6, because each character had their own unique skill chart. And this was awesome, as it gave each character their own unique style. Each character had unique skills like Spirit, Destroy, or Battle Cry. Each one had a character-specific one like Bonus Special. Every character also has a third Renbu and an infinite Renbu. But I really don't like the Renbu gauge, so don't give a damn. Unlike in previous Dynasty Warriors games, the horses are not just saddles, and they also have like their set stat or whatever. They actually level up with you, which is pretty cool. Now, you still gotta do certain requirements to get, say, red hair. One last thing I'll mention about the characters and stuff is you may notice that there are no items in this game. In the skill chart, that's basically what replaces items. It leads to a lot less customization when it comes to your character. That's about the only downside I can see about the skill chart. Maybe if they left the items in and kept the skill chart there, you know, maybe these characters would have been a little bit better. Or maybe the game would have been better. No, that's not possible, because we haven't even gone into the battle system yet. Alright, let's go over the battle system, and this is what the major suckage, the worst part of this game, is the core gameplay of a Dynasty Warriors game. Sure, it's a hack and slash just like all the other Dynasty Warriors games, but in this game, it's been dumbed down to a retarded level. First of all, you may notice at the bottom left, there's a gauge that has a 1 next to it. That's the Renbu gauge, and it's part of the putrid, horrible Renbu system in this game. It sucks, I hate it, it can burn in hell. What is the Renbu system? Well, let me show you. See this? That's the Renbu. Isn't it exciting? I can just hit square and he'll keep attacking forever. Yeah, you remember what the back of the case said? The action is like a modern day kung fu scene? Bullshit! Lots of it. Now you fill the Renbu gauge up as you attack enemies and build up your combos. Once you get to a new Renbu gauge level, then you can do a little bit different of a combo, if that really means anything. Triangle is still kind of an ender, but unlike in the previous Dynasty Warriors where you hit triangle, it would do a different combo depending on when you hit the square and triangle. It doesn't do anything at all. It's the same no matter what you do. You can hold down the triangle button to do a special, like a charge attack, but that's about it. Also, triangle changes depending on what level of Renbu you have. One thing that's really crappy about the Renbu system, I mean, the whole thing is crappy about the Renbu system, is if you don't attack anything for a few seconds, the Renbu gauge goes down, so you can degrade back to a level 1. Well, you know, that wouldn't have been such a bad problem if you didn't have to run from one end to the other on the side of the map. By the time you got there, you already lost half your freaking Renbu gauge. It sucks, it's horrible, and I don't like it. Look at this freaking... Look, I just downgraded my Renbu gauge. It's a pile of crap. Also, if you get hit by the enemy, your Renbu goes down. That's just bullcrap. Why do I gotta do that? Why can't I just build up the Renbu gauge and keep it? No, it's gotta go down when I get hit. It's like the game's laughing at me. It's like, haha, you got hit, so now I'm penalizing you. Well, you're already penalizing me playing this freaking game. You also can roll in the middle of your attacks. I guess it's kind of like you want to evade, but it's really not necessary, as the whole combat system sucks and I just don't give a damn. Another thing that's really annoying is when you get the gates, you have to constantly beat on them to get them open. I mean, it wouldn't have been so bad, but it takes a while if you're the only one out. Musou's also suck. Watch Zhang phase. They changed it from the past, which it starts off cool, but then he does this. He yells at it, and it doesn't really do much damage. It's just very lackluster. I mean, the last ones weren't really cool, but they had a lot more utility in them than that thing. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it sucks in my opinion. So I want to show you, while I got Infinite Renbu on, what your attack will finally look like once you've maxed it out. Yeah, does that look like a modern day Kung Fu flick to you? I think not. I think the back lied to me. Matter of fact, I think this game needs to burn. Do you enjoy playing your games in 5 frames per second? Because if you do, then this game is for you. Look as I just can't move. Look at this attack. I mean, look at this. That's just unacceptable. Here's one of the worst examples of the frame rate dropping. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's not like it's rendering a whole bunch of characters on the screen at once. It's only like 25 or 30. And the first Dynasty Warriors game on the PS2 could render more than that. This is just stupid. Sometimes I think this game's mocking me. It's like it knows my Renbu gauge is gonna go down. Come here, you stupid freaking horse. I need to ride you. No, get back here. I'm gonna kill you and send you to a glue factory when I'm done with you. You freak, don't you go behind that fit. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to take my anger out on somebody. My horse got away. That's it. Come here, you stupid corporal. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna all slaughter. This is like fucked up beyond belief. I mean, in previous Dynasty Warriors games, it was common for enemies to disappear off the screen when there were too many of them. But as soon as you got rid of the ones that were on the screen, more would pop up. Never would they just disappear off the screen. That is just ridiculous. I mean, first my horse disappears, and then all the enemies disappear. So what's the point of playing the game? There is no point. Just turn it off. Don't suffer anymore. And that's it. I can't take anymore. I'm done playing Dynasty Warriors 6. Overall, Dynasty Warriors 6 is a huge disappointment and a horrible game in a relatively successful series. I mean, they have to be successful if they keep making billions of these freaking games. I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot. I mean, I can't even count the amount of spin-offs on one hand. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, that's all I can take of Dynasty Warriors 6. This game is going out the window.